as you do this successfully, which you will do, I want you to stop and to notice those wins and give yourself a little credit. Share them with somebody. Hopefully you have somebody you've communicated with about this. And you can say, hey, I did it, or we did it. And here's what went well. So don't keep it to yourself. Share, brag. If you're in a parenting group or something like that, like share it with them, or people on Facebook, or I don't know, whatever you do, whatever people do to connect with other people. That will help to solidify the progress that you are making. Don't just keep it to yourself. Like, take a moment to reflect on it and say, today, you know what? Today I did do better. Today, my amount of yelling was cut in half. So it's not quite good enough, but it's a lot better than it was yesterday. So I'm going to give myself a W for that so far. I'm going to build on that tomorrow. And especially like if positivity was in short supply for you growing up, you kind of have to be the one to grow that for yourself now. Maybe you didn't get a lot of that growing up. And that's pretty common from the people I work with in therapy, the adults at nighttime or the kids and the teens in the daytime. Sometimes there's not a whole lot of positivity to go around, or the parents just aren't giving it, for your own parents, I mean. So if that's your case, that sucks and that's true, but it's also true that you can give that to yourself. I mean, you're hearing it now. It is possible that as you get these little wins or little improvements, that you can give yourself a little bit of credit and say, I can do this, I am doing this, and I can do even better tomorrow. I'd also encourage you to learn new parenting skills, new parenting paradigms, like expand that knowledge base of what's possible when it comes to parenting. Like I said, we're going to parent based on the way we were parented. Unless we have part of that could be having a greater concept of what parenting is and what it looks like and different interventions. And I think self-regulation is a big part of it. So expand your knowledge base of parenting. That can help to, like, when those moments come up where you might default to generational parenting patterns, that new idea might pop in your mind, especially if you're self-regulated enough to implement it. I'm going to take a break right here. I will continue with the rest of my answer to this question, and there's also a third little chunk to this. But I want to just take a moment to say, hey, I missed you. I know I published last week. I recorded with Heidi with the bad therapy, actually the past 2 weeks. But before that, there was 2 weeks where I didn't publish anything, and that was way out of my norm. But the reason for that was I was working on Polyvagal 101, my virtual course, which is on justinlmft.com. I had put so much time and effort in that. I'm really happy with the way it came out. It's a true course. There's 5 different learning lessons, 2 hours worth of exclusive video from me. So if you like what I'm doing here, I think you'll like Polyvagal 101 a lot. It takes all of the polyvagal essentials and condenses them down into 2 hours. It's not this like 8, 10, 12 week course on the polyvagal theory. No, it's like a very condensed, here's the most important information, saves you time. And hopefully you know by now that I can present polyvagal theory stuff with a lot of clarity. And that's kind of what people tell me a lot, is that, hey, this finally makes sense. So if you're liking what I'm doing here, I really think you'll like Polyvagal 101 over on my website. So it'll give you more clarity in less time. That was a big deal to me. Like, I really wanted to condense this down to the essentials. So it's finally available. I'm sorry I missed you for 2 weeks. I missed you. Did you miss me? I did. I really did. But anyhow, but it is available now. And that's what I was up to for those. Actually, it was more than those couple of weeks. I got to this point where I realized I can't do the course and continue making podcast episodes at the same time. And so I sacrificed everything and focused entirely on making this course for a while, just to kind of finish it up. And it is now available, Polyvagal 101 on justinlmft.com. All right, we will continue with the rest of this message I got from somebody on Instagram.